What is up, guys? I'm back with a new video today, and this video I was really questioning if I would make it or not because I don't want to be a YouTuber that that's known to want to cause some drama. But after looking at this, I was just like, oh man, you have gone way too far, bruh. Because if you guys do not see, I am in I'm looking at Vell's channel right now, and he's currently live streaming. 144 people watching. If you guys don't know him, he's known in the Mobile Legends community. He has 172,000 subs. So he's, so people look up to him, kids look up to him to get some tips and tricks for to get better in Mobile Legends. And he's known for promoting to stop toxicity. In many of his videos, a lot of his videos, he mentions something about, my goal is to make this community better by taking away toxicity, make you guys better. This is what you should do, blah blah blah. This is what you should do. So he's like an influencer in a way. Yeah, he's an influencer pretty much. But since I was watching him today, I watched him like 5 games. He lost like twice because his teammates were feeding, and he was actually playing fine. And then he won the next 2. And then this next game, there was 3 mythics that were trio that he disagreed with. They disagreed with his ban because 3 of them wanted to ban something else, and they got mad because he didn't listen to them. Vell didn't listen to them for the ban. So we'll look at it right now, and I'll just explain to you guys what's happening. All right. So right here, they're in hero select. The enemy team has first pick. Keep that in mind. The enemy team has first pick, so they're gonna ban Cho. Now, Vell is banning right now. If you guys don't see, my camera's on the way. Right there. Vell is banning right now, and his teammates are telling him to ban Harris. Because Harris right now in this meta is known to be like super OP, even with the nerf. He's still super OP. It doesn't even matter. If you're mythic, you should know this. If you have knowledge of the game, you should know this. Unless you play Mincetar on your team, unless you know you have a Mincetar on your team, you don't ban Harris. But in most cases, you ban Harris because he's that strong. And look at 3 people are telling him to ban Harris, and he didn't listen. He didn't listen to what his teammates wanted him. So whenever I ban something, I pretty much go for a majority rule or what's most logical to me if nobody says anything. What's the best ban, alright? In the meta, Goshen is definitely not the best ban. Even though Goshen is strong, I'm not saying Goshen is weak. Since the enemy is first pick, you should be banning the super OP heroes like Kimmy or Harris. Luckily, they did ban Harris for the second ban, but they do give away. They have a chance of giving away Kimmy. They have there's many heroes. Selena's open. Lunox, they're gonna pick Lunox. I'm pretty sure the enemy team's gonna pick Lunox, or Cloud is open as well. There's many things open. So if you're second pick, you're gonna want to ban OP heroes. Luckily for them, they didn't pick Kimmy. If they pick Kimmy, this game would have been so much harder for these people. So what's going on right now? Yeah. So they picked Kimmy. They ended up getting Kimmy instead of whatever heroes were open.
Is that the mythic player reckless? Probably.
So I was actually he's trying to reply to the people who's commenting on his live video right now, and I'm one of those. I was actually telling him to check out his analysis on the Onyx versus Alter Ego video that he had, and I had a lot to say about it, since a lot of people, since he's a much bigger influencer than me, that way much more. A lot of people believe him for what he says, as long as he says it. It's hard to explain, but since he's such a big YouTuber, once he says something, people like little kids that look up to him and people that want to be better will just believe him right away. Does that make sense? Hopefully that made sense. Okay. Yeah, not to mention Grok was also open, so there's many mistakes in this game. Currently he's legend right now, but he's with mythics. I'm pretty sure 4 mythics. There's so many open heroes, but I guess they don't play Grok. They could have picked Selena. So many open. Chose band. And look, they said we need a charger. I recommend Ruby. Look at his teammates. What he's saying. He doesn't want to adjust to his team, so he ends up picking Alice. At this point, there's 3 mages, because technically Kimmy is considered a mage. She's hybrid. Harley's a mage, obviously. Alice is a mage. So Why not adjust? And that's why his teammates are getting mad at him. And he doesn't understand that. He doesn't understand that. As a mythic, I know he doesn't care much about his stars, which he did say earlier. He doesn't give a fuck about his stars. I know that much. And that doesn't matter. That's not the point. My point is, still play the game seriously, because you're messing the experience for the other players who take this game seriously. It's not an excuse to not take the game seriously just because you don't care about your stars. It's childish. So, if you don't ask Vell, I'm currently 20 years old, and he's definitely older than me. So I was telling him in chat to be like, be more mature, man. You're a man of age. You're a man. You're not a boy anymore. And he gets triggered, and he tells people to shut the fuck up. Right here, he gets triggered by these trash talkers. I'm a small YouTuber, and I already expect people to trash talk me right away. Doesn't matter. If you're a content creator and you're playing a popular game, you're gonna get trash talk. And mine's even worse because I'm in the Filipino community. And no offense, I'm Filipino as well. They're more toxic than non-Filipinos, that's for sure. That's for sure. But I still love the Filipino community. That doesn't mean I hate them. But I'm just being honest. The Philippine community is toxic as hell. So right here, he does have the wrong emblem. I don't know why he has the regular magic emblem. I guess his custom mage assassin emblem is not leveled up yet. So nothing's happening right now. He wants to play. He calls him bum. He tells him to shut the fuck up. But the reason why his teammates are mad at him is because he's not listening. He's not listening. When you're I don't want to downgrade him for his knowledge of the game, but I'm gonna be honest. He's alright. He's alright, but he's definitely lacking knowledge of the game. He's definitely not. I've seen a lot of his videos. He's definitely lacking knowledge of the game. And right here, he doesn't even want to adjust the laning phase. He doesn't want to adjust the laning phase. He sees Harley mid, and Minotaur's about to go top lane. You can see right here, Minotaur's telling him to retreat, and he does retreat. He doesn't realize because he's not paying attention, and he, at this point, he's already making his teammates panic. Like, what are you doing, man? Like, look, you're running in front of a wall for a good 10 seconds. At this point, if you're playing on a legend rank or mythic rank, I would have been pissed. Cause I care about my stars. I care about my experience. I want to have fun. I have fun by winning, and not by these trolls. Look at this. It's been 48 seconds. He hasn't done anything. No XP. He's gonna start the red. He shouldn't be starting the red, cause he's an Alice. He's so slow. At this point, it's like hell. He's not doing anything right. And that's why his mythic teammates, which I understand them. Yes, they are toxic. The way they're telling Vell to, this guy doesn't know anything. They could have approached it a different way. They are toxic. But let's be honest. Look at how he's playing. Who would not be mad at this if you're a mythic player? Who would not be triggered at this? And look at him. And at this point, he just starts feeding. That's it. He goes AFK, starts feeding. Because he got triggered. When you could have simply go to the scoreboard and mute people. If he doesn't know that, you can go to scoreboard and press the mute button where you can't see the chat. That's what I do sometimes. When I know someone in the game and I know that they hate me, man, I'm clicking that mute button. I don't give a damn. I just want to play and win. That's all I care about. I don't know if you hear him.
Bitching all game. Like, nah, y'all not finna get in here and get to crying like babies. And this is what happens. Y'all want to be out here crying for
the three mythics that are playing with him should have approached it the same way. I agree. They were toxic about it. But he was playing the way he played early game. You could just tell that it's wrong. The way he's playing is wrong. The way he's acting is wrong.
Stop it. Stop letting them
Plus,
kill y'all.
not to mention, he was talking about how mythics had super big egos before this game. I don't know if I can find it. Maybe I'll find it later. But he was talking about how mythics have really big egos and they're trash.
Hold on, watch this.
I think he says it right here. I'm not sure. And he's gonna take the buff, and he's planning to take the buff. He doesn't even use his retribution correctly, and Lemert ends up getting it. So
Yeah.
it's just, and look at this. If you look at the
That isn't the
comments
real
or
one.
the
Oh,
chat
that-
of the enemy team, this is the enemy team. He thinks that that's not the real one because the Vell he knows or she knows is someone
that
that's
isn't the
trying
real
to
one. Oh, this is,
promote
bro, ain't nobody in the
non-toxicity.
community is
But right
toxic
now,
to
look
me.
at this guy.
Is definitely the real one.
He's even proud about checking out my channel and saying, "Oh, this is me being toxic." Like, come on, man.
No, they're losing this game 100%.
Come on, man.
How are they still
It's just,
killing, bro?
I just don't think it's the right thing.
What's making me mad is they actually good.
I'm gonna be honest.
Bro,
I've been
I am
toxic before when
intentionally
people
feeding,
place
and
like
this team still can't
do
fuck
some
with
stupid
them.
shit in game,
Like, are you
but I've
kidding me
never
right
ran
now?
it down mid to where I feed
me
the
help
other
you.
team. I've never
Bro, there is no
never
way I'm
ran it
winning
down
this
mid where
game.
like, oh, I'm gonna go AFK right here, you can go kill me. Never. But yes, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be toxic, and I have been working on
Bro,
it.
but
I
that's
I have been
yep.
toxic before to
Keep throwing the insults. That's what
to
got
my
you in this
teammates.
situation right now. You
But
can
this is
judge
just
bro,
something
I don't
different,
care
man.
about mobile.
This is
That's
like the
difference
next
between
level.
us. I actually don't care. There we go.
What
Get
people
your
don't
CKs,
understand is
baby.
when you're high enough in Mythic,
Get fed out
when
here.
you're high up there, your knowledge of the game is not the same. It's not the same as people of lower ranks. Even if
there
you're
you go.
solo,
Now you
it does
talking
it
my
does
shit.
change. And a lot of people are gonna say, "Oh, just because you're lower rank doesn't mean I don't have knowledge of the game." You might have knowledge of the game, but the way you play the game is a lot different. There's reasons why you're epic, and there's reasons why you're legend. If you're definitely good, you should be able to get to mythic no problem, even if you're solo. It doesn't matter. Yes, it's gonna take you a longer time to get to mythic, but you will get there if you just grind it out, even if you're solo.
Let's go.
And he does at this point. He doesn't care. He doesn't give a fuck.
Is this the real Vell? He's so toxic. Oh my god.
I don't know if you guys can hear him, but he's just he's laughing it off. He's even proud about it. He doesn't give a fuck.
Claude, hey, come eat, buddy.
Look, he went to the enemy
Bro, what
jungle.
you doing? Come here. I ain't finna do nothing. I told you you got me. You thought I was playing? This you.
I just thought I wanted to show you guys this since
This all
he's
you.
someone that's known to promote non-toxicity. But look at this. It's just like contradicting himself and hypocritical. I don't know, man. They actually ended up winning. They ended up winning. Vell's team ended up winning because his teammates, obviously, they're mythics. They know what the fuck they're doing. They should know. They better know what the hell they're doing. If they're mythics, they better know. Not all mythics are good. I agree with that. Some people are boosted, but I know these people, and I'm not their friends. I'm not their friends either. I know. I've played against them, and I played with them. Not with them, but like I queued up solo or duo, and then I ended up teaming up with them. And I do know these people, and they actually have a decent knowledge of the game. Not the best knowledge, but they're good enough to be there.
Get away from my mans like that.
But yeah, man, I don't get it. He's live doing this, and people are telling him to stop. Even I was telling him to like,
Great
man,
out here, Claude.
I expected more of you.
You got videos saying
And
you
he was
wanna
like,
improve the community in this?
he doesn't care.
Bro,
You'll hear it
people wanna
later.
Keep trash talking. This is what's
Watch.
gonna happen.
Just
'Cause
listen to him.
I don't have to prove to nobody that I'm good. So I can lose all day long and still know that I'm better than the people that I'm trolling. Like that's the difference.
He was just talking about how
Think that you
mythics
can
have
just
high
trash
ego.
talk and get away with it. Like people think because I'm trying to improve the community, trying to be the nice guy and stuff like that, that I'm a pushover. Nigga, I will lose stars all day long to get at y'all. Like I don't care. That's the difference.
he doesn't
When I
care.
say I don't care. I really don't.
That's
care.
not the point, though. That's not the point. We know you don't care,
Anybody with common sense know how good I. Hey, baby. Hey, my man's.
but you
My
can just keep
man.
playing instead of just
There you
running
go.
it
We
down
want some
fucking
cheeks,
top
baby.
and feed.
How am I inactive? What do you mean?
This is coming from a. Let's go back. From someone who's a role model to 172,000 subscribers. And 185 people watching him, which is actually not a lot for his subscribers, but he should have more for the amount of subscribers he has. I just don't think it's right. And the bad part about this is the only reason why I really wanted to make a video about this is when I saw the live chat, some of his mods agreed with him. They're like, "Oh, I've been wanting to do this, man." So it's like you're kind of like teaching people you're telling people that this is okay to do if people trash talk you. Why don't you just mute them and just ignore and just keep playing, and carry their ass and prove them that they're wrong instead of being salty and being childish, which is what I don't get. Yes, you don't want to be a pushover, but you're a content creator and you're a big influencer, super big influencer. You better expect people to trash talk your ass. Blue Panda gets trash talk all the time. Doggy gets trash talk all the time. Doesn't do this kind of shit.
Listen, ultimately, I entertain. Even though I do make videos to help the community and stuff, I'm an entertainer. I'm getting entertained personally, pissing them off. So, I mean, it be like that niche.
This might be funny for some people, but man, it's definitely not cool. Definitely not cool. I don't know, man. Like I said, if you've seen me live stream, I've told people off in chat when they do some really stupid shit. If they do some really stupid shit, like if you're in Mythic and you do some really stupid shit, I will go off on you.
Get away from him. Get away from him.
But not to a point where I'm like, man, I'm just gonna go feed. Fuck these guys.
It's us.
I still try my best on the game and try to win. That's the difference between caring about your stars and not caring. Is you actually want to win. Because that's the goal of the game. Nobody likes losing. But he does enjoy losing because he doesn't give a fuck about his stars. When you're in a point where you're struggling to climb, you get to this point.
Bro, if you think that, don't support me. I don't care, bro.
That was me commenting. He actually replied to me. That was me commenting. I just remember that. That was me commenting, telling him, "Oh man, you were promoting a non-toxic community and."
I don't care how famous someone is. I don't care if you like somebody, you don't like somebody. You don't be toxic, bruh. Don't be toxic.
You don't be toxic, but
you can't get away with being toxic. And that's the difference. Like, it's obvious I have never cared about winning and losing. Like, I wouldn't be a solo player if I cared about winning and losing. So, my mans, get you some.
You wouldn't be a solo player
if
people actually wanted to play with you.
Trash talk the whole time. Like, the entire time we picking heroes, trash
if you're actually good, people want to play with you.
Trash talk.
That's the difference. And a lot of I'm gonna be honest. A lot of solo players complain. They're like, "Oh, I'm solo." Man, nobody's stopping you from not playing solo. I mean, I solo too. But yeah, nobody's stopping you from playing solo. So you can find teammates if you want. So what's the problem? But like he said, he doesn't care. But again, if people do care, like if people think he's good, people would want to play with him. Every good player. If you're a respectable player and people think you know what you're doing, people would definitely want to play with you. That's why people are wondering, why can I not find a team? It's probably your mechanics or your knowledge of the game. You're probably not that good. Yeah, the enemy team is still losing even though he's feeding 0 and 10. It's insane. But that's because his teammates are mythic. And they're destroying these legends and epics and maybe one mythic on the other team. Like I said, his teammates know what he's... I played with his teammates before and against his teammates. They're not that bad. They're actually... Yeah, they're decent.
Ooh, you thought you had me? No! No more freebies. Y'all don't deserve free cheeks no more. How are you out here getting clapped by a team that has a troll on it?
It doesn't even matter how much if they kill him anymore. He doesn't cost any gold. After like 6 deaths in a row, you don't cost any gold. I'm pretty sure, like 20 gold maybe. He tries to go in yeah 0-11. I think he ends up going 0-14.
I can't do that now.
He laughs it off.
The one time you get a good team, you're trolling, bro. They shouldn't have trash talk. I don't care how good you are. If you trash talking Mobile Legends, you're pathetic. Like you don't just get into a lobby and get to trash talking somebody.
They trash talk him because he didn't want to cooperate at first. He wasn't cooperating. Majority of your teammates think this way, and you're just like,
bro. People have been telling me to be mature.
your mentality is right here. Because you banned, they wanted to ban. I mean, the bans weren't even a problem. They ended up dealing with it until you get in game. Even the laning phase, you're wrong. You already fucked up in the banning phase, and then the laning phase, you're all over the place.
How do we manage to win this?
If you're a really good player, without even communicating, you could figure out your laning phase just by once you get out of this wall right here. Once you pass that wall, you should know your laning phase at that point. Because people will know. Just by instinct, people will know. Record this game and expose me for it. For views. I mean, I could have... I mean... I'm gonna expose him, but I'm not doing it for views. I could have exposed him in so many of his videos. Because a lot of his videos... They have bad information. They have misleading information. They have clickbaits. That's for sure. But some of his videos are decent. I'm not gonna lie. They're not bad. Some of his videos are not bad. But a lot of his videos are very controversial. A lot of drama.
Hey, buddy.
He's telling people, "Oh, you can expose me for views."
I always get more views than them. They talking
and
this YouTuber gets more views than you. That YouTuber's not you though.
Again, he was talking about how egoistic high mythic tier people are, and now he's like so high of himself. He's making a fool of himself pretty much. Just because you have 174,000 subscribers doesn't mean anything. He has 174,000 subscribers because he was one of the first Mobile Legends YouTubers that ever content created. But if you look at his recent contents, they don't get a lot of views for the amount of subscribers he has. Considering how much market Mobile Legends has, he should be getting more views with that amount of subscribers. Yeah, and that was it.
As a YouTuber, you're not the only one who gets trash talked. I don't care.
I know he's... That was me commenting that. That was me.
I am one of the only honest and open, outspoken YouTubers, though.
Honest?
Hey.
Keep that in mind. He said honest. Honest. So if you're saying you're honest, and then you're promoting in your video, in many of your videos, not just one video, to stop toxicity, why are you doing this? If you're honest, you're like, the whole time you're like contradicting yourself, which is the reason why, biggest reason why I wanted to post this video. Plus your viewers, man. During that live chat, they were like, "Oh man, it's so funny. This is funny. They deserve this. Blah blah blah." No, nobody deserves any kind of that shit, man. Nobody deserves that. Anybody that would have done that to my team, or any player that had a teammate like that on their team, would have been mad. To be honest, if you're very knowledgeable at the game, and if you really care about winning, you would care. But he doesn't. So we all know that he doesn't. That's the difference. See, but that doesn't mean that doesn't mean you're gonna ruin some other people's experience by not adjusting and not listening to your majority of your teammates who probably know more than you in the game. He's been playing since like season 2, and his mechanics are still subpar. I'm not even trying to roast him. I'm just being honest. I see him play. I saw his live videos, so I know the way he plays. Well, that's it, guys. I just want to show you that. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. This is ridiculous. This is actually ridiculous. I didn't want him to have to make this video. I respected him before this. I had no problems with him before this. I keep it to myself at least if I had problems with him, because I'm someone who's very picky about my words and the way you explain things when it comes to Mobile Legends, especially when you're trying to teach people. And yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you. I'm out. Peace.